Hey everyone, it's Steve here at the TheDjLab, and we're looking at the Denon DJ Prime Go Plus, and this is a little live Q&A. If you don't know what Q&A stands for, that's questions and answers. So let's see how it goes. I was trying to do this earlier, and guess what? My Alienware laptop that I've had for quite some time, that I do all my live streams with, died on me. So unfortunately, I don't know what happened to it. I guess I'll have to figure it out. And I'll wait a moment here to see who comes through, and hopefully we have a good little chat. Don't know why we're dropping so many frames here. Okay, might be better. Well, doesn't appear to be anybody sitting here. Check 1, 2. Seeing if anyone's kicking around here. Don't be afraid to pop in, say hello. If you got any questions about the new Denon DJ Prime Go Plus, feel free to ask. I know you saw my video. It was pretty comprehensive, but this is the moment for you to ask the real questions that some people might not want to answer. So we're not playing any music, nothing like that. I'm literally here to answer questions. So you got to ask. If nobody asks any questions, then there'll be no answers. Simple. That's how a question and answer period goes. Lots of times I'm talking away about other things and you guys come in here and start asking me a bunch of questions. And it's like, hey, this is not question and answer time. Right now, it is question and answer time. So feel free to ask. I can tell you anything you want to know about this device because I have it sitting right in front of me. First question. If the processor really got upgraded and is faster than before? Good question. Very good question. They say it got an upgrade. So they say it got an upgrade. Now, one thing I can tell you is battery power. I know from using this thing, I do have an M1. So let's try this. Just hold on a second. I'm going to grab the M1. Hopefully it's got some juice in it. Okay, there's the M1. And of course it has no juice. So, okay, we got enough power on this one here. This is going to be difficult to do. So let's turn this one off. And let's try this. That screen went on faster. Keep in mind, I don't have the same firmware on the old one. And I haven't even updated this one from the beta yet. Hopefully you can catch that on camera. Okay, let's do the update on this thing. So, I don't know. It thing's dark as hell. Okay. Um, so we're gonna do something here. I'm going to restart this thing. I don't know if it's going to do. Let me just look and see if I can do the firmware update, get out of the beta. Okay, I got to wait for the other update to happen so I can use the cord. Oh, it says it is updated. Well, I guess it didn't need the power cord. So here's my advice. I'm going to give you guys my honest advice about whether or not, you got a Prime Go. Should you buy a Prime Go Plus? Well, thanks to the update, we now got slip mode. What's going on, Aspie? It's a shitty day, but I'll explain that later. So we got slip mode. I've been begging for slip mode for a long time. So now we have slip mode on the go. That's nice. The Amazon Music thing. If you're an open format DJ, I think Amazon Music is a really good thing to have. Or, just for personal use, you like Amazon Music and you're into that Amazon Music ecosystem, then yeah, for sure. A 12-inch skins. Have I tried using a Bluetooth keyboard with it? I haven't tried that yet. Installation error. The device not on wall cover. I guess it wants to be plugged in. Well, here's the thing now about that whole lossless FLAC. Right now, Beatport, if you pay for the top beat port and the top beat source, we also have lossless FLAC there as well too. Okay, now we're updated. So, what I was going to say anyways is it does have a little bit better battery life. A little bit. I don't know if it's 25% better, but it's definitely better battery. Speed-wise, I haven't noticed anything crazy about the speed. I didn't really find the old one slow, to be honest. We don't have an Ethernet port, but you can still go USB-C Ethernet adapter, and you can plug a hub into these things. Some people don't know this. You can actually plug a hub into this thing and have multiple sticks plugged in and select all your drives. It's kind of cool. I do that a lot. Or, if you're not so worried about the USB stick, I use SD card, quite frankly. And you know what? You're damn right. The color of this thing is fantastic. Now, I gotta say, my friends at 12-inch Skins, they sent me, when they heard I was getting this, they sent me another skin, but it wasn't a Prime Go Plus skin. And obviously, I couldn't go skin this thing because I'm trying to show off the color, right? No, they're not backlit. The only thing that's different, if I can show you, as you see, I don't know if you can make that out or not, how that's got a white edge to it. and the old one was black. So I guess, I don't know, makes it a little easier to see. So good spot in that. I didn't really notice that, to be honest. So no, they're not backlit. That would have been kind of cool. Like I'm saying, they didn't really change much. Honest to God, it's not like it's, oh my God, the MK2. You know, like it was like every other model that they had where they put the plus sign with it. It was just new Amazon stuff. Thanks for that, but that um link Aspie is not the right link. I think that's the link. Oh, I fucked up. That's the proper link. So now we got some people in here. Let me just say, okay, let's do another boot comparison. Shutting this one down. The reflection, you're looking at my goddamn nose. Okay, we ready? But shit, the old one didn't even update. Well, I mean, the new one didn't update. See, it's unfair because of, you know, some of the things. Can't do this. Like, this is going to be difficult to do. Well, there you go. Okay, let me switch. Let me make sure I'm on the same Wi-Fi. We're on the same Wi-Fi connection. Okay, now I just looking for a moment on the angle. The old one looked brighter, but it's not. So we're going to try loading up both of these tracks. Ready? Let's go. And oh yeah, that loaded up like instantly, man. Instantly. So let me explain something else to you guys. Something you might not know because no one's talked about this. Beatport, when they added their FLAC, you know what they did? They made it so the mid-level tier, so I forget what they call it, but I was on the mid-level tier where I still had a curated playlist, and I had the option of 128 AAC, which is, they say, the equivalent to like 192 kilobits per second. And then I had the 256 AAC, which is the equivalent to 320 kilobits per second. Since they changed everything, and I knew this happened because on my old firmware, when I was running the beta on the old firmware, I was still getting the option of the 256. Soon as I switched over to the new firmware, and the new firmware allows you to have the FLAC stuff, right? All of a sudden, my mid-level tier is at 128. And when you go look on their website and it shows you like what the streaming quality is for what tiers, that page says it was updated 15 days ago. These guys turned around and took away our 256 AAC on the mid-level tier, and there wasn't even a goddamn email about it to say, hey guys, this is what we're doing. So Beatport, that was a pretty shitty move on your part. Pretty shitty move. Now I need to literally spend double the money to get what I had before. And obviously, if I'm paying $30 a month, I'm not using 256. I'm going to use the FLAC. So keep this in mind. Let's go to Beat Source. Now, if I had logged in with my InMusic account, I wouldn't have had to retype in all my passwords here. So now let's just take a look. Beat source is running at lossless FLAC, right? So confirm that one. Look over here. We are at, oh, how about that? I don't have my my lossless FLAC because I think I'm going to have to put this one down. Got to plug this in and try to do the update again. And you're right, the load-in speed was very different. So one of the things they did say, they said enhanced Wi-Fi streaming. Does that mean they put a faster chip in for the Wi-Fi? I don't know. They really didn't say. And it's funny that no one's made this video. Like, I'm going to have to make the video and set the cameras up and set these things side by side so I have both hands free and really put that to the test. But so far from what I can see, the load-in speed, like the waveform as it comes in, I don't know if it's the way it's drawing it, analyzing it, but there seems to be a difference. And just that alone, if you're into streaming music, and especially if you're out DJing somewhere, speed of being able to load a streaming track is worth every goddamn penny. They didn't add mic EQ. So I know a lot of you guys wanted the mic EQ. And to be honest, I can't see why they couldn't add it in the software. I don't know. I talked to these guys, so I'll ask somebody. Yeah, like if it's on Newmark and it's not on the Denon, doesn't totally make sense to me. So yeah, I'm getting this thing out of the beta. So I guess I didn't realize that the beta didn't have the lossless FLAC on beat source. Because that's what we need to see. We need to see the speed of FLAC because that's all that matters. So guys, also too, just to put it out there, you know what happened today? My Alienware laptop, which I do all my streaming from, like I have a nice MacBook Pro, but for some reason, you can't set the Logitech camera up as well with it as you can with my Alienware. And I use my Alienware for the past 4 years for all my streaming stuff and make my videos. And it's been dying a death. Like the keyboards start to go on it. The battery's long gone. It's looking a bit rough. And today I just moved the screen and I had to adjust the Ethernet port when I was trying to do a stream, and it wasn't, I was dropping frames. So the Ethernet port was like loose, I guess. And all of a sudden, now that stupid computer is stuck in a mode where it's trying to repair the Windows repair thing. And I've done every bit of troubleshooting there is, gone into the command prompt, trying to type shit in to do things. And yeah, that computer was like $3,500. It's probably about 7 years old, maybe. And fuck, I think it's it might be time that I need a new computer, but I really don't have the money to spend on a new computer. It's really not a great time. So I'm going to try and make do with the Mac. But at some point, I'd like to try to raise a little bit of money here on the channel to not buy another Alienware, but I'm going to buy like a little mini form factor PC that has a good graphic card, lots of ports, and build a little something straight for doing this stuff. And Neurosick, a good, it's exactly right, dude. My next PC will not be a laptop. When I bought that thing, I don't know what I was thinking. That was probably the stupidest thought in my mind, to buy a gaming laptop to run a, well, I think at the time I bought it is because I was DJing and I was using it to DJ. That was kind of what the main deal was at the time. Because when I bought it, I didn't have a Mac. So yeah, I'm going to try to raise, I don't know, hopefully I can raise, you know, 500 bucks. I think for 500 bucks, I could probably get myself something that will work for what I need to work for. Top tracks. Top tracks. Let's do some Afro House. Sorry, gotta get this on the beat source. Old one's taking a while for a second. I know what's going on here. Okay. Up here, because I'm like resting this on here, so let's try this. Let's see. Ah, now we're seeing some of the it's looking exactly the same. That's weird how on I don't know why we just saw that happen on Beatport and one was really fast, but on the FLAC they're both the same. Well, friends, I don't know how well you can see that. And you know what? I don't think that's going to make a difference. I don't have the same tracks on both USB, so that myth is broken. And you see, Neurosick, I don't really need a PC to Like, what's a real fucking shame? I'll tell you what's a real shame about this whole PC business. Look what came today. This is an 18-inch, you can't really see it because it's a black thing. It's an 18-inch touchscreen. Works on Mac. On Mac, it's single point only. On Windows, it's 10. And here's the other problem right now. I can't find my goddamn Ethernet USB-C adapter, so I'm running on Wi-Fi and I'm dropping frames on this shit too. So that's another problem. I just had it the other day too. I don't know where I put it. So much shit around here. So here's the thing. The reason I bought this, and I'm going to show you guys later some videos, it's exactly the width of my Alpha Theta Euphonia. And because it's portable and thin, I can set up with my DJ shit. So yeah, I probably could have bought like an all-in-one PC, but I don't know if I would have got an 18-inch. And then when you see me do a video, see, it's very hard, but man, this screen is exactly the width of the Denon DJ Prime Go as well. So I can think of lots of good uses for this 18-inch screen. I just bought it too, 400 bucks. So here's what I'm going to say about this whole thing. I'm going to put you guys all to ease about whether you should upgrade or not. I don't know anything, but here's what I do know. When in music, Denon DJ, the Engine OS stuff, right? They were doing updates to even the oldest gears. The SC5000s were getting updates. The Prime 4 was getting updates. The Prime 4 Plus wasn't able to do the Bluetooth because of the chip. They tried, and it wasn't really good. So clearly, the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi chip, as far as I'm aware, unless someone can correct me, they're typically the same chip. So I do think the Wi-Fi chip is different, or everything that maybe it's an all-in-one chip. I don't know. There's something definitely different in order to be able to do Bluetooth output on this one, and the Prime couldn't. It wasn't because they want to burn the Prime users that had the Prime 4. It wasn't that. It wasn't to force you to buy a new one. They tested it and it wasn't working. So with that in mind, as far as I'm concerned, if you have a Denon DJ Go, you've been using it, you've been making money, you're out there doing your thing with it. If you've made some money with it and you calculate the math on it, maybe sell your old one because you're going to sell it for a good deal to someone. You're still coming ahead of the game because you used it to make money. The battery in your old one, you've been using it, charging it, using it, charging it. The batteries do degrade over time. So depending on how many years you've had it, and you get yourself a new one. And you're right, at this current moment, there's not a whole lot of new things. The Bluetooth output is pretty handy, I gotta say. Bluetooth in is definitely good, but we've got that on the old Go, so that's fine. And we all know these guys keep on making new things. So at some point, I can almost bet money the Prime 4 Plus had stems built into it. Just keep that in mind. They were there. They're still working on the shit. It's not like they gave up on it. It's still being handled and worked on. So the moment the Prime 4 Plus can do stems, you can be damn sure they're going to add stems to the Prime Go Plus too. There's absolutely no reason why they wouldn't. So don't buy this based on the fact of what it can do today. Buy it based on what it's going to be able to do in the future as well. Because with these guys here, they always update and give you something new, samplers and, engine light and all kinds of stuff, right? Unfortunately, some of the other companies, you buy their product, you barely get any updates. And when you do, they're bug fixes. They're not new features. And if you want a new feature from the other companies, generally that means you got to buy a new product. And sometimes you can buy the most expensive product and have less features than the cheap product. Just saying, and I don't want to say names. We all know who I'm talking about. And I'm not throwing no shade at that company. I like their products too. I just kind of points out the obvious that there's a long history of Denon, DJ, Newmark, the in-music guys, of giving you more and more and more features. So the unit you buy today won't be the same unit that you have in 3 years. You will have more features on that unit. And, like I said, my whole thing right now, I think like what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to put my Go up for sale because this is a good time. New things come out. Lots of people use that opportunity to go buy used. So I think right now is going to be a really good. Never going to sell it. So there's absolutely nothing stopping you from, put it up for sale, put a price on it, and just do some fishing. See what you get. For some people, say, you sell your used one for $300 off what it was new. That's a good savings. And chances are you've gotten $300 use out of it by now. It's already a little bit used. And the color, it sounds sad. I know 12-inch skins has nice skins. I love my white skin on my Denon DJ Go. But this one here, it matches my MacBook. They call it silver. They call it gray. Really, truth is, it's kind of like that space gray like a Mac. It's pretty goddamn similar. Yes, Pioneer does make car entertainment systems. Did you know, speaking of that, interesting fact, did you know the screens and the encoders and the buttons, and there's a lot of parts on CDJs that are actually from the automotive sector of Pioneer Electronics. So, when they got bought out, like when they divide the company and then they sold again, the manufacturing process, like they're still using some of the same parts. So it's kind of interesting that if you look at a Pioneer head unit in your car and you look at the touch screen and you look at a CDJ 3000, you're like, it's the same goddamn screen. And when you look at the encoder and you look at some of the design and some of the buttons, you're like, you know what? That's pretty goddamn familiar. I've seen all that. Weird, right? Yeah, the jogs feel the same. Like I'm telling you, if you were to get a blind person over here and jump on both of these things, and feel their way around, they're not going to know one from the other until they feel where the Ethernet port is on one. That's it. That's it. Now, the one thing that's kind of a little sucky, I guess, about the Ethernet port, not many people did it, but did you know you could take your Denon DJ Go and take that Ethernet port and you could plug it in to another unit and you could share the library? It was like linked. You could plug this into an SC6000 and pull the library from the other unit. Not many people know that. Not like you really need to do it either, right? And if you really need to do that, you could do it with a dongle. I just, I kind of hate having to plug dongles in personally. And of course, the biggest thing that we got, but we got it in the firmware update, slip mode. So now on here, it actually says slip, where you guys just have to know, oh, I got to press shift and the vinyl button to engage slip mode. That's all. What I'm kind of surprised at, to be honest, the space gray is kind of cool, and it would be interesting to see, will they make more units like this? But there's another part of me that's like, oh, I didn't realize this light was turned off on this side. I don't know if it's making a difference or not. So, we know who else made gray controllers? Newmark. So, it's not like we haven't seen gray before. Newmark made lots of cheap gray controllers. Now this one, it's got like this brushed kind of aluminum look on it. Then it's got the matte, and it's got the shiny gloss on the top. So it doesn't feel like a Newmark gray. Let me just say, personally, these guys know, and they do this all the time. I hate when the company brings out something, they wait, and then all of a sudden they make a white one, like the Prime 4 Plus, and they make a white one. Like, shit. Make a white one day one. Wedding DJs. The whole company is surviving off of corporate DJs and wedding DJs. That's who your bread and butter is. Why gray? I don't need gray. It's nice, but if this had been white and not limited edition, day one, just make it white. Right? That would have been cool. Or how about this? Sorry, 12-inch skins, you're going to hate me, but why don't these guys start designing a metal top plate and make magnetic covers, and you can buy all the colors that you want and change it around at will? That would have been nice. And is there a difference in speed and scrolling through the libraries? I don't know. You see, I don't have a lot of music on sticks anymore. So I haven't really been able to test the USB speed of scrolling. The only thing I've heard is the new Engine 4.1 desktop. I've heard reports of people saying big libraries, people have like these huge libraries, things are much faster. Exactly, 12-inch skins. Native Instruments did that with their machine. And you could buy the different things with the different knobs to match. It's a good idea. And serious, I don't think, like I said, slightly better battery is good. Amazon's good. And the fact that it is the Plus, which means It's open for updates. Bluetooth output, that's a big plus. When you're using a little portable like this, let me tell you, Bluetooth out is genius. You know why? You know how many, think about this. You know how many restaurants you might DJ in or a patio and they already have a Bluetooth speaker already within the establishment? Lots. You could roll in there, Bluetooth. There is lag. It's not a lot of lag. It's enough lag that you're not going to want to mix with your ear and the Bluetooth speaker. But if you plug your headphones in and do all your mixing in the headphones, it doesn't matter about the lag. So Bluetooth out is way more beneficial than you would believe. Oh yeah. Okay, serious. You got me there. I didn't even think about that. But it doesn't have Bluetooth in, does it? Now I got to check that. Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to try something out here. No, there was no audio because I wasn't talking. That's all. We're talking about that whole Bluetooth keyboard thing, and I actually, on my phone, I have this app that gives me a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse. All right, we're going to try connecting to the Prime Go Plus. We're going to say pair. And so I'm not expecting the mouse to do anything. But look at that. You see this, my friends? You see me scrolling? So in the search, look at that. Now, I can't pick or load anything. So yeah, a Bluetooth keyboard does work. So then I just type in and I press, it sends it over, and there we go. I can tell you where it's kind of useful. What's useful about it is, well, I'm trying to think here. Well, how's it useful? Say, okay, here's the useful thing. Say you're at a wedding and you have your helper. You're DJing and your helper is there taking requests, right? And you see someone come over for a request, right? The helper can look over at you and you can press the search and the helper can type the stuff in while you're still behind the decks and you just load it. There you go. There's where that's a useful item. Because I used to do that when I DJ'd at weddings. I didn't talk to the people. Fuck that. I'm not that social. At the time, it was my girlfriend that she was the one that did all the talking to everybody. And she'd write down the request, right? Where like I could have done that and I could have put them in a prepared list. So yeah, sure. And by the way, I'm not running 60 frames a second for some reason on the Mac with this camera. And but let me tell you, this screen is way smoother than the competitor. Now, let's just call it what it is. The competitor is the Omnis Dual, right? One thing the Omnis Dual can do that this can't. Well, there's a couple of things, but the one thing important to me, I can plug a USB cable to my computer and OBS sees it as a sound card and I can stream. I don't have to fuck around. With this one here, if I want to do a live stream with this, I literally have to break out an external sound card and hook it up. So if you like the live stream, the Omnis Dual is better for that. Just saying. Once they get all those streaming services going, it'll be good. Yeah, a wireless illuminated keyboard. Just make things a little nicer. And you know something else with the keyboard? I bet money. Um, Hold on a sec. Now you all got me curious. Oh God, you know me, eh? Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. So yes, that works. Now what's funny though is I don't know why this keyboard's acting this way. It's not lighting up. Trying another keyboard here. Don't know if you can make that out or not, but um I forget how to use this keyboard. I forgot how to use the keyboard. But it works. All right, that works. So friends, if you're watching this, give it a like. Help me out. Also too, the link at the top, the PayPal link. I desperately of all days, today's the day I could use a little bit of hand, because my expensive PC is kind of fucked. It's kind of fucked. I don't have the mental health capacity right now, the patience, the eyesight. There's a lot of things, man. I get dizzy when I do small little things. I don't want to have to take it apart. I don't want to have to fuck around and try to, you know, download a boot image onto an external hard drive with my Mac to try to get this goddamn thing going again. I'm almost ready to just abandon it. The keyboard's fucked, and it's just like, it is what it is. I feel like I'm just gonna rip it apart, rip the hard drives out of it, put them in enclosures, and fucking call it a day. But I really want to build a little mini PC. So if you guys can shoot a couple bucks my way, it'd be greatly fucking appreciated. It was a bad day. I thought I was ahead today. I got a little unexpected money from YouTube that I wasn't expecting. And because I bought that touchscreen monitor, I thought, oh, I'm a fucking head of the game. And then, all of a sudden, the expensive laptop fucking, like, smokes. So. Just to give you guys an idea, if maybe you've never used Amazon Music, I don't really play around with it, to be honest. If I go in the playlist, I go into the top playlists, and you got like country, all hits, acoustic show, mellow 70s, gold classic hits, mellow 80s, platinum pop, country season, acoustic covers, classic rock, fresh country, Grammy shit, what is it? Best 2023 country, relaxed guitar, 80s rock, chill house, brand new party hits, classic hard rock, Thanksgiving dinner. Like, fuck me, man. Dance hits. What's under dance hits? Rasputin. That's a good fucking dance track. I'm just saying, if you're an open format DJ, Amazon Music is a fucking gold mine. It's literally the fucking gold mine of music. How much the Bluetooth audio latency? Enough. It's enough. It's like, it ain't fucking milliseconds. Well, maybe it is milliseconds. Maybe it's not even a full second. It's too much, right? But, like I said, who gives a fuck? If you're out DJing, honestly, the reason why headphones go on both fucking ears is because you should put the headphone when you're doing your mix, when you're doing your blend. Like, we got sync, so it doesn't even matter. I could DJ with the latency. It doesn't matter. No headphones, because fuck me. I've got waveforms on a screen and I got a sync button. It doesn't matter. I'm good. Something else you probably don't know? Let me go in here to the settings. None of you guys know much, man. Right there. You probably can't see that. But if you go into your profile, you go into sync mode, right? And everyone by default, it's on beat. If you're playing 4 on the floor kind of music, really, I don't know any music offhand that doesn't get mixed on the 1. If you guys know something different, I don't know, fucking please tell me. Typically, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1 bar of music. So if you're on beat, when you hit the play button, you could start it on the 2, the 3, or the 4, or the 1, depending. You gotta do it. When it's on bar, right? You can hit that fucking button whenever you want, and guess what? It's going to start on the 1. Because as long as your beat grids are aligned and the first one starts on the first beat, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 from the beginning, and that's how it's going through. If you start, I see so many people hitting their cue button and hitting their play. You don't need to do all that shit. Your song's playing on 1 track, and you hit the goddamn sync button, and then you just hit fucking play, and it snaps it right in. I didn't have to do no bullshit. I wasn't even looking. Stop that. And even when I stop it, look where it is. It's halfway through. It doesn't matter. When I hit play again, I As long as that sync button is on, it'll snap it right into where it's supposed to be. You see that? Easy as fuck, right? What's going on, Toms? Fucking Toms. You see, Toms is like the MVP of the channel right now. Toms the other day sent me like, I don't know what it worked out to, but Canadian funds, it was like $160 the one day. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's a lot of money, man. And then Toms sends me another $75 the next day. Because he heard my rant. He saw that I was like, you know, kind of fucking feeling a little bit down about the channel and all this shit. And so the guy sends me a message telling me, you know, hey, you know, like, I know what it's like to be down. Hope this makes you feel better, helps you out. And then the next one was, hey, man, I'm sending you this money. Take your girlfriend out for a nice dinner. How fucking nice. It blows my mind. I have friends that have money. Lots of fucking money. You think any one of those friends ever thought just to shoot me a couple of bucks because I help them out all the time? No. Total strangers off the internet that I help out are willing to help me out. And the people that I physically talk to on the phone and I see, and they know, you know, shit's not good on my end, and they're the last people to ever do anything for me. And you know what? I don't expect them to. I don't expect anyone to help me. So the fact that a total stranger is helping, it's great. Because you know why? I'm a total fucking stranger. And I've been here 11 years, going on 12, helping out people on the internet to make informed decisions on what to buy, help you troubleshoot, teach you new tips and tricks. Just shoot the shit, build a little community. And that's what's going on around here. So if you're here, I see 23 likes and 34 views. Dudes, hit the like button. Doesn't take much. If a guy like Tom's was able to send me that much money, the least you can do is hit the like and help grow the channel, help the algorithm. If you're here as a supporter. If you're here as a hater, you're wasting your time because your hate means nothing to me. And I know in these views, there's probably a few people that are hidden from the channel that are like hiding in the bushes watching. Good. You guys keep on watching from a distance. Got nothing better to do. I will steal your time. Aspie, I appreciate that shit, buddy. Holy fuck. You guys are the shit. Fucking Farns sent $25 and that must be you there, Aspie. Fucking sending me $35. It's very kind of you guys, man. Shit. I swear to God, you know what I mean? Like, out of all the people watching, you know, if 10 people sent $25, I'd be fucking laughing. I would do this shit consistently. I would be on here I would do a 12-hour stream if at the end of that 12-hour stream, I made $250. I wouldn't even blink. I'm not like a cheap date. Well, I am a cheap date, I guess, but like I would work cheap. Because I'm happy to help. I'm happy to do this shit. But fuck, I got to make some money too, man. DJ Ferns, the guilt trip worked. Guys, don't think of this as a guilt trip. I know you're just kidding around. But it's serious. Like, when I think about the 20,000 subscribers, and that subscribers don't mean shit on a stick, because I tell you, look at Ella Skins. Prime fucking example. This guy has 233,000 subscribers. His videos, his latest videos, they don't get fuck all. They got fuck all going on with these things because he's long done. He's an old dinosaur. The guy could never really mix with a fuck. He was kind of entertaining, but he never... You look at my old videos and you look at my current shit. I spent money. I've upgraded microphones and cameras. I've done lots of shit around here to try to make things better for you guys. That fucking dude never bought shit. He made a pile of money and he bought nothing for his channel. His pile of laundry sat on his bed in the background. He was using his phone or a fucking GoPro. And his tips were shit. Don't mean to talk shit about another DJ, but he really wasn't that good. His latest video he did with the fucking Opus Quad. He's showing how to use a loop, how to add a loop on top of a song. And he fucking, he's like, I don't got headphones on, so it might not work out so good. And it didn't. It train wrecked. What the fuck you need the headphones for? You got an Opus Quad. Hit the goddamn sync button. Stupid. Aspie says, for $250 a day, you're doing shirtless hot tub streams. Yeah, buddy. Yep. I don't even need to make $250 every single day. If I just did the stream once a week and made $250, I'd be fucking happy. It would help cover the expenses. Like, now I got to buy this. I either got to adapt and use this fucking Mac to do the live streams, which I'd rather not, or I need to buy a PC, or I got to try and repair this piece of shit, this Alienware. And I don't think I'm going to, I don't want to do it. So, hey, back to what we're talking about here. Denon DJ Prime Go Plus. I think it's a buy. I think even if you have a Prime Go, put that goddamn thing up for sale. Chances are, depending when you bought it, like if you had it for a while, the battery probably isn't holding the charge the same as it used to. And before it completely fucking dies, try and get your money back out of it. Here's the worst case scenario. You put it up for sale and nobody buys it, right? And I do that with all my equipment. All of my DJ equipment currently right now, just about everything is up for sale. Maybe it's at a crazy price, but it's up for sale because you know what? Someone comes along with the right amount of money, they can take it and I'll buy something new. My Alpha Theta Euphonia, it's up for sale. I don't really want to sell it, but someone shows up with the right amount of money and it'll be out the door. CDJ 3000's up for sale. V10 is up for sale. You know what's not up for sale? My SC6000Ms. They're not for sale. Not selling those. Not selling my DGS 1000 sampler. Not selling my RMX 1000. And there's the thing. If I sold my V10, I would keep the Euphonia. And if I sold my Euphonia, I'd keep the V10. I wouldn't get rid of them both, obviously. But it depends. Because when I get the XDJ AZ, whatever the fuck you want to call it, at that point there, maybe I would get rid of both. And we'll just have to see. Yeah, it's a good travel unit. And you know what? I swear to God, sometimes when I think about the space, I don't know about you guys. I'm in a very small apartment, 400 square feet, bachelor unit. Space, square footage has value. So even at home, my big ass DJ system, because of all my DJ shit, I have a bed and I don't have a couch and I don't even barely have a fucking chair. My place is not designed to have people come over and hang out. My girlfriend comes over, that's about it. I've got a couple tall fold-in bar style type chairs that I sit on when I'm doing this shit that aren't very fucking comfy. And I've sacrificed having a nice comfy couch and a chair to watch TV for all the DJ shit. This girl, just a friend of mine, she'll call and talk to me about so much bullshit and eat my fucking day up every day. Now, you know what? And some days I'm not doing anything and I like gladly let her eat my time up. But fuck this. It's one of my friends. She'll never watch this video, so I don't give a shit. She inherited a pile of money, and fuck me, like, you think she would help me out? No. Takes me out for a little dinner, a $20 dinner, and she thinks she's being fucking generous to me. And it's like, you know what? I don't want her money. I was friends with her when she had no money. That's not what our friendship's about. So I don't care. But don't spend 20 bucks on me and then go on Facebook and say you're such a generous friend when I have you guys sending me like hundreds. You know what I mean? You guys are sending me money. This girl's known me like I'm practically her fucking psychiatrist, man. Or psychologist, because I'm not prescribing pills, I suppose. Aaron, how things? My fucking Alienware computer died on me, so I'm out here fucking cyber panhandling, trying to get some money together so I can buy myself a mini PC. Yeah, Aspie, the 6000s are great, but they're big. You know, end of the day, all my big shit I can do right here on this little tiny unit. So, you know what? Space. The space. There's nothing that my CDJ 3000s and V10, like, I can do, like, you know what? My CDJ 3000s don't have a touchscreen effects on them. Right? Got touchscreen effects, and then like, you know, that. There we go. And then, like, look at the list of effects you've got here, man. You got 26 effects. Then you got the sweep effects. And you got touch effects. You got more effects on this thing than you're ever going to need for anybody. Is there something I did not know here? A DN SE 2000s with the Go. Yeah. One, two, three, four. Bank. Well, shit. I don't know why I didn't know that. It goes to show you how often I use Q points. Why is it I'm just discovering right now that there really is 8 hot cues? It's just, you got to hit the bank button. I'm so stupid. How dumb of me. All right. See, I never even used the sampler on this thing. Can you believe that? I've used it on my SE6000, but I've never used it. And you hit shift roll and you got your sampler. How do you load it though? Shit, I don't remember. Yes, the Prime Go Plus exists. This is not a skin. Does anyone on here know how to load the goddamn sampler? The Prime Go Plus is releasing right now, today. So that's the other really cool thing about this company is they started doing that shit where and the price, it was the same price as what the Denon DJ Go was. They didn't jump the price. So yeah, on the menu option, the sampler content is on. Um, but I don't really know. I don't know. I'm sure I made a video at some point about this shit too, and I'm burnout. I just forget. Totally forget. Sampler's last button on the pad. No, I know how to get to the sampler. I just don't know how to load new samples from the sample content onto the sampler. Is it shift? No. All right, Aspie, I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for helping out, my friend. If you guys want to be cool like Aspie and cool like DJ Farns and cool like Tom's, all you got to do, man, is a couple things. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can become a member. No, memberships are cool. And you can use that link and send me some PayPal cash. Oh, we got another one here. Tom's. For fuck's sakes, dude. You shouldn't have to float the whole boat. Tom's just sent me 70 bucks and 90 cents Canadian is the exchange rate, how that worked out. Like, holy shit, dude. I'm going to have to like invite you over to my place. You know, if you ever come to Toronto and, you know, you need someone to hang out with, I'm your guy. Cause like, fuck. I almost feel bad, dude. Seriously. Please tell me you are just independently fucking wealthy and this is like a spit in the goddamn wind for you, because for me, I don't have that kind of money to just every couple days just hand it out like that. Shit. I'm going to owe you my firstborn, or at least my girlfriend, you know, one of them, one of the two. And I tried touching on the bottom of the screen And that didn't do shit on a stick for me. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go look up a video, and it's probably going to be a video of me doing it. And you see, I got to find the Ethernet cable for this fucking Mac because I'm dropping a lot of frames here. I don't know why. I can't stream over Wi-Fi. I got like sitting right beside the router. I got fast internet. Makes no fucking sense. Wi-Fi is just really shitty to stream with. Yeah, everybody, man, like fucking just give it up for fucking Toms. And you know, here's the thing. Some people can afford it, and to me, you don't got to give $70. You know, I have people that have sent me like $2, $3, $5. At the end of the day, it all adds up, you know what I mean? And I'm fucking super grateful. Super grateful that I have this nice little community. Sure, we don't got a million people, a million subscribers. You know, right now we got 24 people watching. It's not a big fucking thing. But you know you can come to me and get honest answers. If this thing was a piece of shit and it wasn't worth the money, I'd be the first one to tell you. I would not hold back. Even though they sent it to me, you know, I didn't sign anything that says I got to be nice. Would I have liked to see a little bit more out of this? Sure, but in another way, I kind of feel like this is good for what it does. Lots of people don't like the way the EQs are. I get it. This is not a club mixer, you know what I mean? This is really designed, you know, you're DJing for at a wedding, you're doing like the ceremony, you need something small, battery power to take outside. Perfect. You're in a restaurant where restaurant space is a premium, man. You can't have a big fucking DJ booth in a restaurant. No. You can go to a restaurant and you're looking for business. Everyone else is rolling in with their big goddamn controllers and laptops, and they need a bunch of plugs. They need a bunch of shit. And you can roll in there and say, listen, man, you know what? I don't need much space. You could set this up in the corner of the bar, not be in anyone's way, and DJ the whole night. And you have access to so much streaming music. It doesn't matter what type of music your crowd wants to hear. If you've got all the streaming services, you got fucking everything covered, man. You could be club DJ, you can be pop guy, country guy, shit, man. You want to be old rock guy, anything you want to do with this thing. So to me, this is a moneymaker. It's got XLR, it's got, you know, 1/4 inch, it's got proper mic inputs, no mic EQ. And yeah, it's a good backup device for the Prime 4, or be honest, like, you know, really, if they had have made this thing, if there had been a way, for more money, if they had have made that screen pop up like the Prime 4, fucking would have been perfect. That's the only thing I personally would have changed, and could have even said, you know what, I'm charging an extra $300-400 to have a tilt screen. That would have been good. Another thing that would be really cool to see on these devices is anything with a built-in screen. I would love to see an HDMI output. So if I want to plug HDMI and have a bigger screen for my library, that would be fucking nice. Just saying. Anyone listening over in music, any of you engineers, here I am giving you free advice. You do. You can go into the settings here. And where did I see that shit? Mixer. Oh yeah, VU meter, view mode, and you can have main or you can have channel. So yes, you can. Good question here. Any reason for upgrade from the OG Prime Go? I would say yes and no. Yes, for the Amazon Music, because depending on the kind of DJ you are, that might be helpful. That might open up some opportunities for some work when you have access to more shit. Because let's face it, man, you might be a house techno DJ or something, you do your shit, but how much money are you really making? You start getting into the country music, and when you're on Amazon Prime, you don't even gotta know what the fuck you're doing. There's literally charts. There's playlists already put together where you know, I did it. I DJ'd at a country bar. I didn't know fucking anything about country music, and I would go online and just search for, the top, what's the top 20 hits of the week? What's the oldies? And I didn't know what the fuck I was playing, and people loved me. You know why? Because I wasn't stuck in a rut. The other country DJ who was into country, he knew what he knew, and that's all he knew. You see, when you don't know what you're playing and you don't know the genre, sometimes you end up being a better DJ because you're playing newer shit. You're not stuck. That Groove 6 looks cool, but I think if once you're in the ecosystem of Denon, you start jumping around. Like, I've got lots of shit here. And fuck it, it's a pain in the ass to always have to jump between all this different shit. So yeah, the reason to upgrade your Go to the Go Plus, Amazon Music, it is, if you're thinking about the money and how to make money and how do you expand outside of what you're doing already, I'm telling you, that's a big advantage to have access to music that you wouldn't generally buy, you don't want to buy. And you can walk into a place and say, you know what? I have access to, what they say, 11 million tracks. You're like, what? Yeah, you got access to 11 million tracks between all the shit. What other reason would I say? Maybe your old one is getting a little old. The battery, how many charges do you have on it? I wish these things would tell you. Like on my scooter, for instance, I can look and see how many times I've charged that battery. You have no idea the battery health of this thing, how many times you charged it. I wish, even your phone has battery health. So I wish they would tell me that. I wish the batteries were easily user replaceable. I think, I haven't tried it, but chances are to replace the battery in one of these things probably isn't that big of a deal. I just don't like taking things apart. So, I see no stem support, but, and this is just a but, Prime 4 Plus had stems on the beta. They didn't work great, but they're working on it. So I suspect when they get that, when they have that figured out, if and when, well, it won't be an if, it's going to be a when they have it figured out. There's a very good chance that we would have it on the Denon Prime Go Plus because it has that DRM chip. It does have better battery life. So the better battery life, the fact we got the Amazon, and the future. Don't think about what you're going to do now with it. What are you going to do in a year from now? Maybe less. Maybe it's 6 months. Maybe it's 3 months. Who knows with these guys? They have a big history of making sure that when you buy a product that, 5 years later, you're getting updates. So God knows when your Denon DJ Prime Go Plus in 3 years gets some crazy update that does some other shit. All of a sudden, the thing's doing goddamn, I don't even know. It's got AI built into it and shit. And you can laugh, but the truth is, there's absolutely no reason why a system like this, you got Wi-Fi, you have a processor, you have a screen, your keyboard, all that other stuff. There's no reason why this can't link into an AI system at some point and give you song suggestions, because we're already doing that on other platforms. That would be the next thing. Once again, my friends at End Music, you should talk to me a little bit more. I don't know what you guys are doing in the background. Nobody tells me anything. But if I was going to make something new for the system, stems, yes, but stems is cool and all. I would much rather, as an open format DJ that maybe isn't familiar with the music, have something that gives me a suggestion. And I also want flexible beat grids like DJ Pro. Just saying. That's all we need. Yeah, you can use this with Virtual DJ, but of course you have no screen. No, I'm a liar. You do. On DJ Pro, you have no screen support. On Virtual DJ, you do have this screen. So I should make a video using my 18-inch touchscreen with this thing and Virtual DJ. That would be like fucking killer. Killer. Kind of make me want to hook that up right now. The new unit has a new processor. I believe, you know what? Honestly, I don't know. It's got a DRM chip. I believe that's part of the processor. And I think the way that they've streamlined things and made it more efficient so you get better battery life. You're right. They could improve their waveforms, but you know what's interesting about the waveforms? When you look at the waveform compared to a CDJ, for instance, right? The waveform on this thing is way more detailed. It might not look as pretty on the offset, but it's way more detailed. God, I got like, this stream is really lagging with no, what's going on, Drew? Drew, guess what, man? If you're watching my laggy fucking video here, where I'm dropping frames like a bitch, it's because I'm on my Alienware. Sorry, I'm on my MacBook Pro on Wi-Fi. My Alienware fucking like screwed up on me today, and it's stuck in a loop of the system repair, the Windows repair, and it won't get out of it. And I've been researching all day trying to figure it out. And I suspect that goddamn thing has just pooched. But on the other hand, you see this? This is an 18-inch touch display that works with Mac. And 18-inch happens to be just a little bit wider than the Prime Go. Hold on, my friends. All right, I'm back. What's going on, Failsafe FPV? Reckon this is worth getting for a guy into mixing with decks? Yeah. Completely. 12-inch skin. That's a hard drive problem, corrupt sector. So here's where my problem is. Right now, the only thing I can do in that Alienware, I can get into DOS. I can get to that prompt. And but like all the repair stuff for me to reinstall and all that shit that comes up, it just says it has a problem. It has a problem. It has a problem. So the only thing I think I'm going to be able to do is it does have 2 drives in it. I have an SSD and the regular drive is hopefully on an external I can download an image file or something to boot up from that drive and then try to get everything going again. But in all seriousness, that computer is fucking, it's almost 7 years old. The keyboard's a little bit fucked on it. The battery's long fucked in it. And it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. It's not super fucking useful. So by the time I go through all that bullshit, part of me is thinking, you know what? Just crack the bitch open, harvest the hard drives, get them out of there, stick them in an enclosure, and get myself a fucking mini PC. Because some of these mini PCs I'm looking at kind of have, like, this thing was an I think this was an i7 at the time with like an NVIDIA 1070 card in it. So I think I could probably, and I bought that originally to DJ. That was like my main good expensive computer. Now I have, the MacBook Pro, the M1 Pro, and I've got Mac Mini M1. So it's like, for a streaming system, I still prefer Windows, and maybe just like a little, fucking little bullshit fucking mini PC might just do the trick. I might just do that. Because, yeah, this thing here just fucking pull the drives. I'm sure if I pull the drives out of this goddamn thing, and I have a second one, that's the problem. I have another identical Alienware, and the graphics card, like, it's built into the board. It fucking cooked. So that card is fucked. The battery I already replaced once. So they both had bad batteries. Yeah, I might be able to like to sell both of them for like $100 and just fucking call it a day. Yeah, exactly. Harvest the heart while the body's still warm. You got it. I gotta tell you though, this 18-inch, Drew, wait till you see this shit, buddy. That 18-inch touchscreen that works on Mac. It's not multi-touch on Mac, but it's one finger, works fine. That thing there sits right up along my Euphonia like it was meant for it. You'd fucking swear, if you set it up right, like it was like a laptop with the Euphonia and a screen coming out of it. And you put DJ Pro on it, fucking fantastic, man. You don't even need your players. So my friend was going to do this with he was going to buy an iPad to do this shit with, right? And I'm over there looking at his system, brought the iPad over, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just get a touch screen? And he worked it out and found out that the 18.5-inch is like exact width. And it has such a thin bezel on it too. It's thin, man. It's like a big 18-inch tablet. And works fucking fantastic. Like, it's $400 Canadian. So that was the kind of the shitty part that I spent money that's like, okay, I don't really have the extra to spend, but I'm going to. And now I gotta fucking spend money on a PC. And this is why I'm out here fucking panhandling, cyber panhandling, seeing, putting the hand out, asking all the viewers here, like, you know what? PayPal link is at the top there somewhere. Just send a buck or two. And Drew, I don't expect Drew to send anything. Drew has sent more than enough money to this goddamn channel. So don't let everyone do the work that you guys should be doing. I buy new gear, I buy new equipment. The fucking laptop was used for all this time to make shit. So, you know what? I need a new laptop. Well, I don't want a laptop. I just need a new PC. Ah, my bad. You see, that's the proper fucking link. You got a 12-inch skins, a mini PC with onboard graphics. That's it. That's all I need. So yeah, you see, you know what? I was fucking typing on the Mac, leaning over, having a hard time seeing. So when I just fit it my phone auto populates it. So that is now the correct link to PayPal me something. So if you were trying before and it didn't work, well, there's the proper way to do it. What would I recommend? It depends on what you're used to using. You know, like if you're using, when you say decks, what do you mean? Like CDJs? You know, are you using Serato? Do you want to use Rekordbox? Do you want to use Virtual DJ? This all is very dependent on what you want to do, on what you buy. Because like for me, I think this is a great little unit. But would I want to sit there and mix on this thing 24/7? Not really, because I'm used to my CDJs and I'm used to like the Rain Performer and you know, my SC6000s and stuff and the Prime 4 Plus. So this does have a different layout for the EQs and stuff. It's the muscle memory, right? So me personally, this is not the one I use every single day, but on the occasions when I need to go DJ, every single time I've gone out to do a gig, and my gigs aren't like club mixing and shit. My gigs are usually I'm playing music for, you know, like a dance festival or like some dance festival thing where there's a bunch of dancers and they come up with USB keys or they're playing off their phone and I can Bluetooth in. So there's many different ways I can access their music, right? This becomes very useful. It's small. I don't need to worry about plugging it in if there's nowhere to plug it in. I know I can DJ for a bit without power if there's a problem. I got XLRs, I got booth out. I mean, I have everything I need, mic inputs. So this is my little workhorse to go make money with. The other shit is just to fuck with. It's just my fun stuff. Yeah, fail safe. Honestly, if you're just starting out, you know, here's the way I look at it sometimes. It depends on the money. If you're just starting out with something, you can buy the least expensive one, and you get going with that. And then as time goes on, you buy the next one, then the next one, and you're always chasing the goal of having the best one. And eventually, like me, over the course of 11 years, you finally have spent, you know, fucking probably easily $70,000. And now you have the best. And keep in mind, I sold shit as well too. So, you know, it all kind of worked out. And I learned everything. Or you got plenty of money, you got great fucking credit, and you don't give a shit. And you say, fuck it. I'm going out and I'm buying the best. And you spend real money. And you don't know fucking shit. And you go buy the best one and you learn the best one. You don't fuck around with anything else. That's the advice I really give people. Buy the best one you can afford. If you can't afford it, save up. Do you need it right now? Get a good one. You know, Prime 4 Plus, for instance, is pretty fucking good. It's big. It's good. XDJ AZ, expensive. Looks good. I haven't tried it. Looks good. XDJ XZ, used on the market. You see a lot of them coming up soon. Another good one. Hey, or just go buy a V10 with some CDJ 3000s and call it a fucking day, and you're a club DJ. Yeah, the track selection knob feels exactly the same. I mean, everything. I'm telling you, a blind person would not know the difference between these two. They wouldn't. Same parts. They changed the color. They took out the Ethernet port. Battery's a little bit better. They say 25% better. I don't know. The one thing I wish they had have added here that they didn't have, but I made note of it to them, and maybe in a future update we'll see something like this, is on the Omnis Dual, it tells you the estimated time remaining on your battery. That's pretty fucking useful. Me seeing right now that I have 59% left doesn't mean shit to me. I have no idea what that means. Do I have another half hour left? Do I have 2 hours? I don't fucking know. You know, I think the best I ever got out of a Go was like 4 hours. This one here, Mo Jax, I think he said he got 4.5 hours out of it in comparison to his old one. But his old one was like, you know, he's used it a lot, right? So I'm going to have to run a test at some point. I did a comparison with the Go and my Omnis Duo that I have here that they loaned me. And the Omnis Duo smoked it. You know, you want battery life. The Omnis Duo completely obliterated it. I got like 6.5 hours out of that. But if battery power is a real concern, I've seen some hacks online where people take like a Makita battery, right? Those rechargeable battery packs for your drills. And there's some cord and some way that they do it where they can plug it into the power and use this extra battery in. So if you really need extra battery, there are other ways to do this shit without having to buy a whole new system. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or you get a Jackery. Yeah. Problem solved, right? So everyone, you know what? I have to basically roll here. I need to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with this Alienware laptop. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with this 18-inch screen, how I'm going to set it up. And tomorrow I'm leaving for a wedding, so I got a bunch of shit I have to just do. Girlfriend's come. She was gonna come tonight, and I said, you know what? Just come tomorrow. We're gonna leave tomorrow afternoon. So you guys have yourself an amazing fucking weekend. The PayPal link is there. If you want to send a couple of bucks to help out with the whole fund of trying to put together a little PC for the streaming stuff, because as you can see, I'm not getting 60 frames on the Brio camera using my MacBook. So I kind of like having 60 frames. And I want an Ethernet port. I'm dropping way too many frames on this motherfucker. And I got a dongle somewhere. I just got to find it. Anyways, shout out to everyone who did help out. I appreciate it. If you didn't see the video, there is the video, a 9-minute video where I go over all this shit that I've been talking about. Let me know what you think about that video as well, too. I actually put a little bit of effort into it. I was trying to make my shit look a little bit more like the other guys. You know, clean the table off. You know, I got some bullshit lights on either side. I don't have proper studio lighting. You know, I'm using a Logitech Brio webcam, which surprisingly enough looks all right. I can't figure out, you know, the problem is reflections, man. You can't get away from it. Look at that. That's why I go in the day mode, because, well, you see like the stand for my camera. You can see the reflection right there. And you can see the glossiness up there. You can see the reflection on my hand off the top. Oh, something else maybe you don't know, because I didn't upload the video yet. When you buy, you guys who already have a Prime Go, you might not even know this. To this day, you might be still rocking with the protective film that's on this part. Because it's on there so good, you might not even know it's there. So there's a protective film that's on the screen. Some people leave that on. I take it off because, like, seriously, it's going to bubble up, look like shit, and it might affect the touch capacitiveness of this thing, if that's a word. Touch capacitiveness. Huh. Anyways, if you pick on the edge with your nail, you'll peel that shit right up. You could leave it on, I guess, but I don't know, man. I got friends like that leave like the wrap around the edge of their TV, the plastic. Like, oh, fuck, take it off, man. What are you going to do? You saving it? And honestly, if you get one, color's really nice. If you want to get a skin, well, you know the guys to see. 12-inch skins will be the guys that are going to make you a nice skin. Only thing I can say about 12-inch skins, the gray skin you sent me was kind of like battleship gray. Me personally, I wasn't like, compared to this gray, this is a nicer gray. If you could maybe make a clear skin, that'd be kind of cool. Might be an idea. That's it. Throw it in the gutter. Go buy another one. You got it, buddy. All right, friends. I'm out. Have yourself a great long weekend. Is it a long weekend where you are? It's going to be a long weekend for me. I will be back Tuesday, and we'll see what's new in the DJ world. Talk to y'all soon.